Hi everybody, it's Bia again from Bia Quilter. I wanted to write a little tutorial, or sorry, not write, talk about this, make a tutorial, sorry. I get a lot of questions about does EQ actually spit out the whole pattern for you for a quilt and you're just ready to go? And the answer is yes and no. It doesn't quite do it, but it spits out directions and you have to do a little math and you have to do some writing or figuring out. I'll show you right now. So I designed this little table runner, 2 stars, square on point, blocks in the middle with a little border. What I would normally do first is print out the yardage. So it tells me right here that I'm going to need 1/8 of this orangey red, 1/4 yard of these 2 reds, 1/8 of a yard of this red, and 3/8 of a white. Now what I really like too is how it says number of patches, 16, 38, 20, 24, and 8. And that comes in very handy when you're writing a pattern. So going back here, you can then also click the block, and when you print out rotary cutting instructions, it only prints out 1 block. So here it will say, okay, you're going to need 4 patches that are 2 by 2. You need to cut this 1/4 square triangle, 1/2 square triangle, and another square for the middle. Then because this is a runner, I have 2 of these blocks, so I would know that I need 8 of these orange ones. I need, let's see, 4 of that one, so I also need 8 of that. This one says 8 patches, so I'm going to need 16 of that. Now I would say I need 18 2 3/8 squares, and once you cut the 8 in half, it'll equal your 16. This one needs 3.5 inch square and times 2. So let's have a look here back when you print the yardage, since that's the only, you can do the same here. Rotary cutting 8 of this, 8 each of red and orange 1/2 square triangle, and a 2 5/8. It's an on point square. So if I remember here that it's 8 patches here and 8 of the orange over here too. When you did the yardage, if you remember, it said 16 little orange patches. One thing you can do is, let's see here how I do it. Oh, I think I need to work on a block. So let me find a block in the sketchbook. No, sorry, wrong one here. So here, I have the block that's colored. You can then export. There's a way I could export a meta file. Here we go. The meta file, I like to only do the fill only. And I'll show you. Copy to clipboard. Then I'll go into Word and I'll paste it, and here it is. Now it's not like it's just a JPEG. I would right click, group, and ungroup. And then you should be able to, hold on. Maybe it didn't do it. Group, ungroup. Yes. Huh. Let me try again. Yes. Huh. Okay. This is an EQ8 question. Let's see here. me try something else here. Meta file. Okay, let me try that. Test star. Okay, let me see here. I think it was under projects. No, images, right? Yeah, here it is. So same block. Here we go. I don't know why it didn't work the last time. Now the block has changed, and when you enlarge the block, you're only moving the frame. So then I can take each individual here and move it. Now I may want to say, okay, you're gonna sew this to this. Hold on. I need to move this whole thing. There we go. Let me just delete that. I want to write directions that you sew the flying geese together, but up here I'll hold down Control and click these three and group them together. So this way I can just move that as a whole. It's not a big deal since it's only a couple pieces, but you may want to, I don't know, it still saves time. So then I can, or you can just select it. But if you think you're gonna move it again later, you're not sure, then I would group them together. So then here I would probably move that out. And then I would write my text. Maybe. Okay. Anyway, that's formatting in Word. There's probably a lot of you that are better at it than I am. Let me go back here to the quilt. So here you have your rotary cutting, and I would copy what it says right here. You want to cut 2 by 2 inch squares. I might write down that you want to cut a width of fabric that's 2 inches and subcut into 2 by 2 inch squares. You're going to need 8 of them for 2 blocks, etc. And I would write that the same for these. It's either 1.5, so cutting would be 2 inches. And here with the white is the same thing. It shows it right here, but when you're doing rotary cutting, it'll show 2 inches by 21.5 inches. See? So it's not hard. It doesn't quite spit out the pattern, but it also sort of does. So anyway, I hope you got something out of this. Sorry it was a little confusing about the meta file here in Word. But I hope you learned a little bit, and maybe try out and try it for yourself. Let me know how it goes. Thanks.